Hi there, I'm Beth Temple, and today I want to show you how to make the Tunisian Twisted Knit stitch. Now, I have two different stitches on my swatch here because I wanted to be able to give you a visual aid so you can see the difference. So the lower half of my swatch, this is traditional Tunisian knit stitch. So as you know, on your forward pass, you're going to bring your hook right to left through the vertical bar and insert it through the back of the work, and then you'll do a standard return. So that's the Tunisian knit stitch. And it looks like stockinette stitch in knitting. Now, the Tunisian Twisted Knit stitch, we're going to change the orientation of the hook. On the forward pass, the return pass is just the same, and it gives you this twisted look. It looks like stockinette in which you have the legs crossed on the stitches. So it's super simple to learn once you already know Tunisian knit stitch, and of course we have video content on that as well. So we're going to skip the first vertical bar as we most often do on the plain stitches. Now for Tunisian knit, I would have inserted my hook right to left and put it through and picked up. That's a regular Tunisian knit. But for this one, I want to bring the vertical bar before the back of the stitch and then insert my hook and pull up a loop. So it twists. So not this, that would be a regular stitch. We're going to grab that vertical bar, and you can see I use my index finger. That's just sort of the habit that I have gotten into. But I'm pulling it so it's in front of the back of the stitch. Yarn over, draw up a loop, and of course this is a forward pass. We're putting loops on our hook, so we're going to leave it there. Grab that loop, pull it to the right of the back of the stitch, yarn over and draw up the loop. Now you can see immediately if you're doing your pickups correctly because the legs of the stitch have crossed. If they don't look crossed for you, you're not exactly in the right place. But as you know, Tunisian crochet is really easy to rip out. You just pull it back. You can unravel it until you only have one loop on your hook and put that one loop on your hook, and then you can try again. Now we're going to do a standard return for this. As I said, like most of the plain stitches, that's yarn over and pull through one, or chain one, depending on how you like to say it. And then yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, until you only have one loop left on your hook. So here I'm getting to the end of my row. Now for the last stitch on the row, my last pickup, I'm going to go under two at the end, like I would for a regular knit stitch. And as you know, you can also go through one, but I like to go under two. It gives me that nice, neat edge on the left-hand side. So here's my return, chain one or yarn over, pull through one, depending on how you like to think of it. Yarn over, pull through two, and repeat yarn over, pull through two, until there's only one loop remaining. So here we are at the end. There's my last yarn over, draw through two. Now the other thing I want you to notice is the gauge is slightly different for the twisted knit than it is for the traditional knit. My edge stitch laid a little flatter, but the stitch count, it tends to draw in a little bit. It's a little more narrow than a regular Tunisian knit. So if you're going to go back and forth between the stitches, I know you don't want to hear it, but you're going to want to use a gauge swatch to make sure that your project works out. So there we have the Tunisian Twisted Knit stitch.